Ohana means you leave your sister behind for marine biology.
Where you could absolutely study it and where you're at.
Exactly.
Perfectly fine.
Anyway, hello everybody, we are the Geeks and Degenerates. I am Enzo, this is my forever co-host Jum. Today we talk about Lilo Stitch, the 2025 edition. We haven't done Snow White yet because, unlike Snow White, I'm more attached to Lilo and Stitch personally. Snow White was always like, oh, it's what my parents used to put on to have white noise from me or distract me since I do have ADHD. So I'm like, oh, pretty colors. But I was never that attached, and seeing all the drama before and after Snow White, I'm like, I'd rather not see it. No, thank you. I do like Rachel Zegler to a point. I think she's talented. And that's all I'll say for that cast, even though there's more people in that cast. But yeah, Lilo and Stitch are more attached to because that is like one of the main core memories that I have as a child watching this movie to death, like The Lion King. And it's a part of me growing up where it's been drilled to my head of like, Ohana means no one gets left behind or forgotten, which is unlike this movie I've remembered forever. But yeah, were you looking forward to this movie or any live action Disney? No.
No. Ever since Aladdin, I was just like, I don't think they could pull this off.
Yeah.
You know, like they really try. They really tried, but it's just like,
dude, they tried.
Can you just stop? Like, this is the last movie that they're making as a live action, right?
I hope so. There's still the Moana. The Moana one really boggles my mind because I'm like, it's not even 10 years, man.
Yeah, like, what's the point of you making it like you're really trying to milk the shit out of his IP? But I'm like, okay.
I mean, it does star The Rock, and we all know The Rock gets his way whether we want it or not.
I'm starting to get annoyed with The Rock. I'm not really liking him as an actor.
Yeah, that's why. Well, the main actors for Moana dropped out, so it's just The Rock for that one. Anyway, going to Lilo and Stitch. I don't know where to start. I will say the good in this is the main actress for Lilo. I'm like, yeah, I believe you as Lilo. Maya Kealoha as Lilo, and her chemistry with the actress for Nani is great as sisters. And I like if this was like my introduction to Lilo and Stitch, I'd be like, yeah, she's my Lilo, and she's just great as Lilo. And that's all I have to say for the positives, because everything else is quite bad. Aside from
fucking shit, like Zach Filicanath, whatever the fuck his name is.
Zach. I don't understand why Jumbo is the bad guy. I really don't.
Yes, he was somewhat of the bad guy in the first Lilo and Stitch, but then he turns face.
Yeah, he's only the
at
bad
the end of the movie
guy because he's like, we made a deal. I have no idea that he sent Captain Gan to fuck up this deal anyway, so I'm just doing my best. And in the end, he does turn face, and when he's repairing the house, you're like, yeah, he's their surrogate dad now.
He's a part of the family. Same with like Pleakley. Well, Pleakley becomes the only person who like becomes part of the family.
Yeah.
And Jumbo becomes, and I hated that they took away his Russian accent.
Yeah, he like when he started speaking, I'm like, there's something very wrong about this Jumbo.
I was just like, ew. I was like, I don't know why. When I heard Jumbo with like full-on American accent, I was like, ew. Why?
I think Jeremy Johns pointed this out. Just like when Stitch was landing, and the Grand Councilwoman in the original was like, his molecular density is too great. He won't survive, and they don't really explain what that means. Here, they have a minute to like talk down to the audience as if we can't do research ourselves of like, what does that mean? Which I like about the originals, because they never really talk down to you, because you're like, it's a kids movie, kids won't understand that. And like the rest of the movie, like I was like, it's just not the same. It's not the same. You say it's the same, but it's not. Like this introduction, all the way to the end credits where they do the same thing where they're repairing the house, minus Jumbo and Cobra Bubbles. I'm like, it's not the same. Stop it. You're copying.
Cobra Bubbles is here, but he like comes in like at the end of the movie.
Yeah, like there's not much emotional attachment with him and Nani, where you feel like this guy's like, look, I want you to succeed. But at the same time, I think this environment is just too bad for Lilo, and I'm sorry to do this. Here, he's just like some generic FBI guy. I'm like, that's not fun. It's not fun at all.
He's a CIA kind of just like, yeah, we get the Cobra bubbles here. All right, fine.
Yeah.
But like it's this movie goes beat for beat. Yes, it's somewhat the same with a little bit of changes here and there.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't like is that like why was David a himbo? He wasn't a himbo in the movie.
Right.
He was just a guy who was just kind of like an outside looking in, but he wasn't an idiot.
Right. I also don't like Nani's character. Like I like that moment when Lilo is playing Elvis with Stitch, and he's like, "Look, check this out," and the original.
Yeah,
Nani's
and she
like,
doesn't even look at.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't notice it. I was like in the original, yeah, she gets shocked. They're like, "What the hell did we buy?"
Yeah. You feel like in the original, like Lilo is the center of Nani's world, and here you're just like, are you just doing this because your parents would be disappointed if you don't do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you can tell that. I don't know, man. Like aside from the parts where they're really being sisters, like I didn't vibe with this Nani at all. I'm just like I don't know, man.
The actress did a great job with the script that she was given and the direction that she was given, but like, other than that, she didn't feel like Nani. She didn't feel like a caring sister. To a degree, she did kinda.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, she wasn't a standout.
Yeah.
Lilo was absolutely carrying it. Stitch, it's just weird that he has more dialogue here. I don't know if you found that weird.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't remember Stitch being such a yapper in the original. And it's funny because I did go back to the original. I was like, yeah, it's not a yapper. What the fuck?
Yeah, he makes a lot of noises, but he's not a yapper. But and it's just weird where he has full sentences. I was like, no,
no, thank you.
No.
It doesn't hit as hard. That moment in the end where it's like this family is, little but good. Like the fact that he's speaking entire paragraphs here. You're like, so in the end, you're like, it doesn't hit as hard. You've been speaking paragraphs the entire movie, so I'm not shocked or touched by this.
Yeah, same here. Now that you mention it, like, yeah, he doesn't speak a lot throughout the entire movie, but when he does, it's something meaningful. And like, that's what kind of gets us, is that like, oh, it's really coming from the heart, and he's really trying to say something.
Yeah.
But here, it's just like, all right, cool, all right.
Yeah.
Can we just wrap it up? Stitch is cute though. I have to admit, like the live action Stitch is kind of cute.
Yeah.
It's just I didn't blend. It didn't mesh well. The chemistry between Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I guess that's what you get from creating 2D animation, where you can do anything there. To like telling an actress to be like, pretend that's a blue dog. Pretend. Do your best. The George Lucas directing, where like pretend there are things in the background. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like a minor gripe is that I didn't like the fact that they replaced the ice cream white guy with a native ice cream guy. I'm like, it's not as fun, man.
Yeah.
That one is not white. What do you think of Pleakley? I didn't like Pleakley here too. Major.
Neither did I. They took away our queen. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I love it when Pleakley would just cross dress. I love it when Pleakley and Jumbo would just like have a mustache, have a little hat, but no one's the wiser. You know, but here they full on have a device that makes them into their respected actors, and it just doesn't blend so well. And like the voice as well doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't fit Pleakley all that much.
But it wouldn't be realistic. You're like, then you're missing the heart. Then if it's not like, if they're just disguised with a mustache and a dress, and you're like, no one in Hawaii thinks that's strange. All right, it's fine.
Yeah, no one's questioning the blue dog that can stand on its two hind legs.
Looks like a fucking koala, but no one's questioning that. Oh well. Also, the last act of this movie is I keep saying this, but it's a fucking downgrade compared to the last act of the original, where it's not this tension-filled spaceship chase across Hawaii. It's just it
was a fight. It was like a Captain America fight scene inside of an aircraft.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when Zach Galifianakis gets sucked. I'm like, yeah, I've seen that before. It's way cool with Red Skull. Not a school here.
Wait, what happened to what happened to Jumba? I think I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I don't remember how he got defeated.
He pushed the button where they eject the pod, and he gets sucked out too. He gets stuck first because he's fat, and then he gets
Is
sucked
he
out.
dead?
No, he's alive.
Alright.
And like, I don't know, man. Like everything about the last, like I'm just like, I wish this was better. I wish Captain Gantu was involved.
Yeah. Not just that. It's just that like they're like, hey, go live the American dream and go to the mainland of the USA to study marine biology. When the marine biology is just right here. I was like, really? There's no school in Hawaii that's
that there's a very respectable marine biology college there, and I'm like, why would you? I don't get this movie. Why does this movie exist? Like,
yeah, and like it's been pissing me off because Lilo does this twice. Like at first it was like, okay, that's just a simple mistake, but she does it twice, so I'm like, okay, I know what the director's doing. Where he's like, you gotta join the Marines. You know, you're like, oh, you're not talking about Marines. We're talking about marine biology. Shut the hell up, Uncle Sam. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, and like again at the end when they're repairing the house, and I'm just looking at it being like, it's not the same, man. It's not the same.
Yeah, dude, I fell asleep. I really did fall asleep. Like at the end, like the last thing I saw was, oh, for some reason Cobra Bubbles is around for some of it, and then Nani and David get engaged.
Yeah, that's the oddest part. I was like, I did not feel the chemistry between this David and this Nani. Where in the movie, the original, you're like, yeah, I buy it. I definitely buy it. Yeah, this is just a shell. Oh, he froze. He's that mad. Oh,
No.
sorry, you're back.
No. I was just like, I just stayed still.
Alright. Yeah, a shell of its former self. I'm just like, that's why I went back to watch the original, because I'm like, I need something to remind me that I wasn't gaslighting myself for 20 years. I'm like, yeah, of course this movie's fucking golden. The original,
Yeah.
the remake is fucking trash, to be honest. Like, it's
In my
boring.
opinion, yes. Same here, dude. I really couldn't remember much.
Yeah.
Like they even took out the part where Lilo bashes Myrtle's head in. That doesn't happen. I mean, like she like ground and pounds her, and no, instead she just pushes her off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. But yeah, what would you rate Lilo and Stitch, the 2025 remake?
It is, as you said, it is a shell of its former predecessor. Like it's so lackluster. It's so like even Zach Galifianakis wasn't, his heart wasn't into it.
Yeah.
Even in the interviews, like you could see that he was just like, "Nah."
Yeah.
And he had Zach Galifianakis, for fuck's sake. Like they didn't utilize him. I didn't hear any nice jokes from this character at all.
Yeah, he was definitely throwing it in.
Yeah, like he was like, "Oh, it's just another paycheck."
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, there was no heart. The entire thing about Lilo and Stitch is the heart, and there was none of that. The duck scene, wait, did they show the duck scene? They
No,
didn't, right?
they didn't. That part where there's no part where your heart like sings or is happy. There's no part where like I think I'm gonna cry like when Lilo was like, "You can leave." Everybody leaves, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ! I thought it was for kids, man. That's hard.
Yeah.
Here, just like I am bored. I am bored to tears.
Yeah. The actress for Lilo and the actress for Nani, they did a good job.
Yeah.
You know, like I loved seeing them be on screen and give it their all.
Yeah.
But sadly, it was just in this movie. So, like, I don't know. It is in my opinion, 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Disney stopped making live actions. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I truly hope this is the end. If it is the end, I hope Disney gets the balls to say no to The Rock. Of like, we can't do this, dude. This costs us money. Not even you can make us billions. We've seen Black Adam. No.
You make empty promises.
Exactly. You bail at the last minute and return to WWE when you commit.
Who's gonna play Moana? Henry Cavill?
Oh sure, like that worked out the last time, huh? 2 out of 10. Like I really don't. It's like you're a teacher being like, the audience is the teacher being like, you sure you did your homework? You sure you reviewed for this quiz to Disney? And Disney's like, yeah, of course. And yes, 2 out of 10. You're like, that you fucking reviewed, man. What happened to studying up at night? Aside from the chemistry between Lilo and Nani, which I did like, everything else was lackluster. Even Chris Sanders returning as Stitch, you're like, I don't remember you speaking paragraphs, man. I remember you saying one thing only. And at the end, when you're like, his family might not be perfect, but it's my family, and it's perfect to me. I'm like, oh, that hits in the heart. Where here, I'm like, Stitch doesn't just shut up, does he? Just never shuts up.
Yeah. I don't know, it wasn't just like the talking, because I know in the show he talks a lot. It's just that, like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel organic. It feels very forced, and like, it doesn't feel like he's learning the language. You know how, like, he would say, okay, from time to time. Like, when he understands what they're saying, he goes, okay.
Yeah.
But here, he's like, he gives off a full-on response. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I don't believe that you're an alien.
They even don't know how to have fun with the action sequences. Like in the original one, Stitch was like trading the gun with Jumbo, and he's like, it's Merry Christmas, and Jumbo's like, it's Happy Hanukkah, and you're like, how do you know these are traditions? But sure.
Yeah. Like they're just like tossing the exploding gun to each other. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or like when Stitch talks to Nani, and Nani just freaks out and smacks him with a broom, and you're like, yeah, that's funny.
I know, it was like a branch, but like, or like that scene where he was on the tanker, and he like drives it into a active volcano. I was like, we don't even have that.
Yeah, there's no like abomination, stupid head, and just launches himself.
Stupid head. Yeah, see, that's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we gave it such low scores. Because again, Disney doesn't know what made the original work, which is weird. Because it felt like one of those straight to DVD movies weeks after its release. So we're like, how do you not know how to do this, Disney? But yeah, just another lackluster live action movie. The only good live action movie I've ever seen, or live action remake I've ever seen, is from this year, and it's How to Train Your Dragon. And that was already like alright, you pass, man. Not
like you met expectations. You're fine. You can go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. To the audience watching, are you on board with these live action remakes? Personally, I hope not, because I want them to stop. But you do you if you want more. And if you do want more, what's your favorite or least favorite if you don't want them to continue? If you want to see more of us here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. And Jump froze. Oh, he's back. Upload next. Where's that up? We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see your best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. And the version of those was on TikTok and Answell on Letterboxd. Where can I find you?
You can find me at JomGOM_ on Instagram. It is my account.
And until the next one, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.